I miss that type of flying. I think anybody, the adrenaline rush you feel when you're flying tactical military airplane, I don't think there's anything like it. Not even the best roller coaster.
Come up, my X 125.150.
I think some of the things that you learn in the military around the military's way to ensure we're safe in how we operate. Risk management applies in the military as well as in commercial aviation.
This is 01 on the Dublin 6 out paper.
Mission slightly different, but the goal of having every one of your takeoffs equal your number of landings, that mission is the same.
We are joined now by two vets who are working for JetBlue Airways. Andrew Williams, an operations crew member at LaGuardia Airport in New York City. He spent 2 years in the Army as a rocket launch specialist. Also, Warren Christie was an actual Top Gun pilot and officer in the Navy. He was a chief flight instructor at JetBlue and is now vice president of operational planning and training. Welcome to Hiring America, gentlemen. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit more about your experience in the military and how you were able to transfer that into a job at JetBlue.
Well, for me, it was an interesting experience, you know, to go into the service. Some of the skills that I learned there were time management, communication skills, how to effectively work within a team and also in crisis situations. And I think those skills translate over pretty nicely to JetBlue because every day it's a fast-paced environment and you really don't know what's going to happen minute to minute, hour to hour.
When you first got out of the service, was it hard to find a job?
It was very difficult. It took me about, I'd say, a year. It took me about a year, and I mean, I did it all. I pounded the pavement, went to job fairs. I even made copies of my resume, got in a suit, and went on the subway and asked, you know, if your company's hiring, here's my resume.
Good for you.
Please, you know, think of me. You know, everything that I could, and it was stressful because you come out of the military, you come out of this very structured organization where, you know, you kind of know what you're going to do. And then you come back out into what they say the real world, and it's just like, okay, what do I do now?
Did you face any obstacles, Warren, when you were transitioning?
Professionally, not really. I think my timing was good. I left the Navy, active duty, joined an airline immediately. So I was very fortunate. I stepped out of one career and into another. I think the thing that I had the largest or the biggest challenge with was the military it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, and not only are those your professional colleagues that you work with, and you know, the military, we count on each other. And when you leave the military, you're outside of that social network. So you really, there's a void that I honestly had a challenge filling, and I was seeking you know, something to fill that time because I lost all of my social network as well as my colleagues in my career. So
That's something people don't think about.
That's correct. I mean, I'm fortunate I had family. We live near family. But just I would say advice for veterans as they exit the military, just know that they're not just changing careers. They're also potentially changing their social network.
And at JetBlue, you have a mentor relationship which guides you with someone else who was in the military.
Exactly. And that's a good thing because even if it's a different branch, we're still military, there's still a basic understanding there. So having that and hearing their experiences and our experiences, it actually does help because once you do leave, it is very difficult because for those, as Warren said, for those 2, 3, whatever, how many years, that is your family. Personally, it was an honor to have a chance to serve because in my family, I'm first generation American, and my father, who's Panamanian, he was always, you need to join the military, you need to join the military, you need to join the military. Now, he's never served, but it was so strong in him that, you know, we give back. And I've never regretted it for a minute. Well, maybe the first time when I came off the cattle car at basic training, a little bit.
And JetBlue is actively trying to hire people in the military, right?
Yes, we're actively trying to hire. Right now we have about 900 self-identified veterans. We are part of the 100,000 Veterans Hiring Program initiative. Right now we have also our Vet Connect program, which is what I'm in, which is a peer-to-peer. And that's also a great thing, which I find to be unique within companies.
And we work really hard on building a strong corporate culture around our 5 values: safety, caring, integrity, fun, and passion. In words, it's easy to say 5 values, and most companies have a set of values, but I think living the values and ensuring your behaviors are in accordance with those values is something that's special about JetBlue. And Drew mentioned our orientation program where we bring new crew members in. In fact, tomorrow we're welcoming another 104 new crew members. And as Drew mentioned, we'll recognize the veterans as part of what we do. We'll have them stand up. And I think it also, again, it helps them know that they're within a smaller family of a larger family, and we truly recognize and refer to each other as welcome to our family, that JetBlue Airways is a family.
So what kinds of jobs do you think are available at JetBlue to someone who's leaving service?
All of them. I think we have veterans that are pilots, that are in-flight crew members, our word for flight attendants. We have veterans like Drew that work at the airport. We have veterans in our marketing department. We have veterans in our PR department. We have veterans in our legal department. You may think you know what you're trained to do, but what your skills that you learn in the military are portable. And you can work in any other department, and not to narrow your focus into thinking you have to fit into one role. Go in with an open mind, because there's, in a growing company like JetBlue Airways that welcomes veterans, that seeks veterans, there's tons of opportunity.
Thank you so much, Warren Christie and Andrew Williams of JetBlue. Those are some really great stories.
Thank you.
Thank you.